Rice terraces and waterfalls, two things that Bali's known for, and Ubud's the best launch off point to go see these sites. Here's how you should do it. Spend $5 for the day and rent a scooter. Head north just 15 minutes out of town, you'll find the rice terraces. You want to go there early because they're so close to town and easy to access that they get crowded first. After that, keep heading north through a loop back to Ubud. On this loop, you can see at least 3 waterfalls. Each one's going to cost you less than $1 for entry, and they're worth way more than that. Bali is super popular and trending right now, but the reason it maintains that popularity is because of how well they handle the massive amount of tourism. Each one of these sites is super clean, easy to access, easy to find, well maintained. They've got refreshments on site, and if you time this right, you can avoid the crowds and see some really beautiful landscapes. Originally, we weren't even going to visit the rice terraces. We had read online that they were touristy and overcrowded. But they were on the way to the waterfalls we were visiting, so we pulled over to have a look. We're glad we did. We come to the super touristy places really early, so we want to beat the crowds. We don't want to have, to deal with hundreds of people on these rice terraces. And so we got here and there's like, I don't know, maybe 8 other people here, which is awesome. The light coming through the trees is awesome. Maggie has to pee. That's not awesome because the bathrooms aren't open yet. So she's just running around freaking out. And there's like little guys running around trying to figure out how to unlock the bathroom.
I really enjoyed the swing. Honestly, I thought it was going to be cheesy and kind of cheap. But there's nobody here. It's a really nice view. This gentleman who pushed me on the swing also gave me access to the bathroom earlier. So I was like, well, I have to pay you in some way. So I paid for his swing.
When you first come into the rice terraces, you're going to see like a wall of rice terraces right in front of you, and so you can go down and up those, but you might be like, I don't get it, it's not very pretty, because the sun comes up right over that wall, so they're mostly in the shade. You might have some God rays coming through the trees, depending on what time it is. However, go ahead and hike down, hike up. What we did was peel off to the right and go around the corner of the wall, so then you have rice terraces lined up with the sun and the trees. Much prettier. There's no one over there because people probably get lost in that main part. A lot of the things we've been doing up near Ubud have been like the highest recommended things on TripAdvisor or other tourist websites. And so you think like, oh, it's gonna be really touristy. But we've done everything really early in the morning, and I think the vibe's been really cool with no one here, no one at the Monkey Forest, no one at the Ridge Walk. I think if we were to show up here midday, I heard that entire tour buses show up, which is loads of people. So if you come after 10, you might face that. If you're here around 8, you get this.
Hi. Just to a waterfall.
Waterfall. That way. Hopefully it's as cool as the scooter ride was here, which took about an hour and 15 minutes from Ubud. Maggie took us through a mountain pass. It was good. The first waterfall we visited was Tukad Cepung, and although we recommend doing everything early morning to beat the crowds, the best light at this waterfall is found in the middle of the day. I don't know if we expected the waterfall to be like right off the road, like you park and you walk and there it is, but it's not. We've been hiking for 10 minutes now? I don't know. A paved path. Hiking is a relative term. But in Bali, bring flip-flops. We didn't bring any. I think I said that. So now I guess we're taking our shoes off.
I brought flip-flops.
Oh, Maggie brought flip-flops. I didn't. And I can balance on one leg. Not as good as my friend Christy, but she only has one leg, so get way more practice than everybody else. I'm rambling. Bottom line up front, I have 2 legs with 0 flip-flops, but I want to see the waterfall, so we're gonna go see it. finished, you have to do a leech check. Check your knees and below for leeches, especially. We saw a couple people with leeches on them. We didn't tell them in that moment, so we want to freak them out.
They'll see them.
But they'll find them. They'll find them. But it's just a super cool waterfall. It's like, it's hidden. I didn't know it was like in like a canyon, pretty much a cave. So you feel like an explorer about to discover Atlantis or something. At this next waterfall, it was more obvious than ever that we live in the era of Instagram. Everyone was standing around taking photos, but not really enjoying the waterfall. We felt like we needed to touch the waterfall to really appreciate it. The water was kind of cold. Probably on camera, doesn't look super intense over there underneath it, but it is. It is. Like the wind and the noise, and I just kept telling Maggie, don't drown, don't drown. So I don't know if I can save you, and really, I'm most likely to drown. The water's very cold. Now that everyone was staring at us for actually getting into the water, we thought we'd show them how you're really supposed to do an Instagram shoot. Now we're gonna go to another waterfall, probably walking distance, but we're gonna ride our scooter because we like our scooter. And that'll be the last waterfall of the day. Do you have the key?
No, I put it.
I don't have it.
It
was in my pants.
Backpack.
Oh, it's here.
We had it in the ignition still, and then they took it out for you. It's nice. It's
That's
like
nice
Japan.
of them. That's nice of people to not steal our scooter. Right up the road from the first one we were just at. There's no one here because everyone's at the other one taking all their photos and video. And this is a much shorter hike down. It's like right down the stairs and you're here. And I think it's pretty. That concludes the day's adventures, and I'm kind of sad, but we've seen 3 waterfalls. We saw the rice terraces. So these are the things you can do if you're in Ubud, but you have time to travel away from the city. None of this is directly in the city. I would say the rice terraces are like 15 minutes north of the city, and then you keep pushing up for another hour or so to catch some of the waterfalls and then loop around. It's all easily accessible. You can hire a driver or you can hire a scooter. Scooters are like $5 for the day. Driving on these roads is really fun, really easy, and really beautiful, as long as you're somewhat competent on 2 wheels, and most of you know how to ride a bicycle, so you can definitely do a scooter. Yeah, Bali's kind of great. That's it. We'll leave you with that. Bali is ballin'.